One of the things that is most overlooked is routine. And that's something that's not really talked about. Everybody sees on Instagram about motivational talk or motivational Instagram on their feed about you should be waking up at 5 or 4 in the morning. That's what make you a millionaire in the next 6 months. But really, that's not what it is. What these people don't tell you is it's their routine that helps them get them there. And I'm not talking about you have to have every second, every day figured out. But start off with just basic things, whether that be your hygiene, skincare, your health care, going to the gym in the morning, making sure you meditate, you journal, you pray, whatever it is that you got to do. Make sure that you're doing those things. It's because lack of routine that you feel like you have no discipline. If you can build a simple routine, that's what's going to help your discipline. It's always discipline over motivation any day. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline will always stay. It's very much a skill set that anybody can build. I think you're just overcomplicating it. You're in your head too much. That impulse that you feel that you know you should be doing something, act on it. But put that energy first towards simple things. Those simple things will go very much a long way. And I'm not here to tell you that you should be waking up at 5, 4 in the morning. If anything, I'm going to tell you the opposite. Start waking up a little later. 6 a.m., 8 a.m., somewhere reasonable. Make sure you be getting your 8 hours though of sleep. Because if you're not getting the proper sleep, then there's no point. It's just going to be sluggish throughout the day. So make sure that is in check. If you pick something that's reasonably unreasonable, you'll find it much more attainable and you'll find much more success in your life and progress. So pick a time frame that you feel like you know you can wake up at. From there, continue. It really doesn't matter how much time you have. It matters what you do with that time. I know you heard it multiple times, that saying. There's truly a difference between being overworked and just going into deep work. And I think it's very crucial that you know these differences. And what you want to be in is in the state of deep work. Deep work essentially being you're in that unbothered, fully focused state of mind. I know all my athletes can like relate to this, and anybody that goes to the gym is being in the zone when you're just practicing your shot, when you're lifting them weights, when you're about to hit a PR, when you're doing the cone drills, when you're doing the ladder drills, or even artists. People who are aspiring to be rappers, people who are aspiring to be musicians, you know what I'm talking about. When you're just in that flow state, when you're just creating and you're just so into whatever it is that you're doing. That is the deep work. And at first, someone who doesn't understand that it's a skill set is going to be very difficult for you to tap into that. You want to make it so then you can tap into that deep work or that state of flow. It's crazy to think. It's like, you ever seen The Last Airbender? How like Aang gets into the avatar state and then he becomes super powerful and so indestructible and nothing is stopping him. Bro, that's literally you. You can be like that. I'm not talking about moving rocks and shit, but I'm saying when it comes to doing work, you can be like that, unstoppable, fully focused, driven, automatic. It all starts with that routine, that simple routine that you make through your day. And every time I see, or I know you see people talking about, oh, I'm working 10 plus hours a day on my business or my work or whatever it is that they're specializing in. They're truly not working those 10 hours. I promise you. The highly successful people that you see, they're probably at most doing 4 hours of deep work in the zone, undistracted. And those are people that fully master that state of mind. In the beginning, it's going to be very difficult. Very, very difficult. Just to get into that flow state. But as time progresses, as time goes on, you'll find yourself being able to tap into that. And then once you're able to tap into that, then you're able to work on the longevity of that flow state. You can build it to then 1 hour, to then 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I promise you, you'll start seeing way more progress. I encourage you to do less work, but more meaningful work. And it's crazy to think that it seems so out of the norm. It's so impossible, but really it isn't. I know I found this so difficult, at least in the beginning. Once you build that habit, that routine, then you'll be able to do that. There's nothing different between you and I. Like if I tell you my routine, maybe you can try to implement it, or maybe you can get some type of guideline as what it is that you're going to do. But for me, my daily routine would be wake up, go pray first to my God. After I go pray, I go brush my teeth. After I brush my teeth, I go journal in my book. And once I'm journaling in my book, I start getting ready to go to the gym. That is my daily morning routine. Those are the bare minimum things that I do, and I felt like I've been successful with just all aspects in my life. It carried along with just everything. And you see way more progress. And now since I've done that, now I'm raising the bar even higher. And I don't find it difficult anymore. Now it's just, okay, I'm adding little by little. So you're telling me those things you can't do? Bro, I believe in you. You can do those things. I can't want it for you. You gotta want it for you. I want to see you do better. I want to see you improve. And I would imagine you want to see yourself too. So why wouldn't you do the things you need to be doing? I highly encourage you to start taking those little things more serious. Make sure you are prioritizing also your mental health. These things will help your mental health. Give it like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I promise you, you'll start seeing progress. And when you're doing that deep work, make sure your phone is across the room, if not in another room. It's so difficult for somebody to be multitasking and be doing all things at 100% capacity at once. Just like how I said before, that you have only so much space in your life, that you only have so much mental capacity that of the things you can do. So since you have such little capacity, if you prioritize those things or whatever it is that you're trying to do, you'll do 100% effort with it. I 100% guarantee you'll start seeing progress. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be astronomical. Far from it. I'm not trying to sell you something, but I'm guaranteeing you will start seeing progress. And if that doesn't motivate you, I don't know what will. I honestly don't know what will. Like I said before, you gotta want it for you. And I don't mean it as in I'm just preaching to the choir. I mean it because I've done these things. I used to think like you, bro. I used to think these things were futile. But it wasn't until I swallowed my pride and actually did these things where then I saw my mental health and my physical health do better. It only takes 21 days for you to build a habit. 21 days. Bro, put the beer down, put the bottle down, put the blunt down, put your phone down, and do the things that you need to be doing. I'm gonna give you a great example. Whenever students talk about like, oh, I need to study and I be studying every day for 10 hours and it's like, I get barely any sleep. Who do you think is gonna do better? Person who's studying like 10 hours or 40 hours right before the test and barely gets any sleep? Or the person that has been studying every single day for 1 hour for the past 4 or 5 weeks, but has gotten their sleep and has kept their mental health in check? It's a no-brainer. That's what I'm saying. These small things matter. Yes, the other person who's doing 40 plus hours right before the test was technically working hard or harder, but the person who was working smarter, more efficiently, and was prioritizing their health, their mental health at that, was the one that probably got the better grade. Really know the difference. Stick to something that you can keep doing every single day, bro. Every single day. No matter how small you think it is, it doesn't matter. Just keep going. I promise you'll find success. I promise you'll find a better quality of life. Like I said, I used to be like that. Super unproductive, unmotivated, not wanting to do the things that I know need to be done. I'm more proud of myself. But there's such little things. Those little things put me so much more ahead in my life. It's I don't know if you ever heard this. The best quote I heard so far, it was from a person named Jordan Peterson. He talked about how you should go make your bed first thing in the morning. That will start off your day so well. You'd be surprised at how many people actually don't make their bed in the morning. It's crazy to think. And I'm gonna be honest, you can probably tell who are the ones that don't make their bed in the morning. You can tell who are the ones that don't clean their room. You can tell the ones that don't really upkeep with themselves. You can tell. I know you can tell. And if you're one of them, this is your sign to start doing those things. You start taking care of yourself, you'll feel better. Start the routine. I promise you will do better. That's all for today, man. I'll see you on the next one.